Front. Speaking of those bridge lifts we mentioned, Josh,
Yes.
they're done. So hopefully people can drive a little easier. It always is a little frustrating when you're in a hurry and you get stuck.
I know. Well, it's always so funny. It's the people who are walking along the waterfront who are like, ooh, and taking the photos.
Yes.
But if you're in your vehicle, it's not.
It's not as fun. No.
No.
Great day out there. The coast even looks pretty nice.
I know, and we're actually seeing just a little bit of everything out along the Oregon shoreline with a bit of that marine layer giving us some nice little bit of cloud coverage over some of the surrounding hills as we currently hold steady at about 63 degrees. A few cumulus clouds building over the high terrain of the Cascades where our temperatures are on the warm side. 61, very comfortable out that direction as we take a live look at all the bridges that are stable right now, not lifting at this point in time, as we expect to see our temperatures warm back up into the mid, if not even the upper 80s during the afternoon hours. That's where the sunshine also remains as we move through the overnight hours. The clear skies continue, but then we gradually start to see those clouds increase. Now today, much warmer than our average of about 73 degrees. And overall for the month of June, we've been sitting above the average by about 5 degrees or so, with the exception of those below normal temperatures back on Thursday, Friday. That coincided with just a few of those light raindrops. As our satellite and radar continues to show calm, quiet, and clear conditions up and down the I-5 corridor, there's those building cumulonimbus clouds over the high terrain, and that marine layer is starting to drift away out along the coast. But things are starting to get interesting just on the east of the Columbia River Gorge. That's where we have a fire weather watch that does include just the outskirts of the Dalles and out towards Pendleton. That's where we expect to see some strong winds and low relative humidity values. That helps to increase that fire threat, as wind advisory is also in that same location. So if you are traveling along Interstate 84, primarily on Tuesday, you could see sustained winds of 25 to 35 miles per hour. Gusts could exceed 55 miles per hour as we expect to hold on to those breezy conditions out towards the Dalles, expecting to see those gusts upwards of almost 30 miles per hour. As far as that thunderstorm potential goes, it's going to remain in the eastern half of not only Washington, but also for Oregon. So again, Interstate 84 likely going to be busy as we move through the next several days. Now, the Storm Prediction Center is painting all of Oregon and Washington with a chance to see a rumble of thunder, a clap of lightning or so, but not expecting to see anything severe. And if anything, I think the I-5 corridor and the coast is going to be calm, but points east of the Cascades, dry lightning, our biggest cause for concern, as very little rain has fallen out that direction, and lightning can start and spread new wildfires, as a ridge of high pressure is the culprit for the heat today. But we do cool things off with this very shallow trough that starts to push its way back into the Pacific Northwest as we move through the middle of the week. But overall, temperatures getting closer to where they should be for the beginning, if not the middle of June. So the dry skies, they remain through this evening with late sunset in the 9 o'clock hour now, the first one of the year, as we expect to see maybe a stray raindrop or two over the coast range for the start of the day on Tuesday. By the afternoon, expecting to see drier, sunnier skies as those clouds start to break apart. But tomorrow, we'll be seeing a little bit more of that cloud coverage as opposed to today. Just about the same for Wednesday, at least the start of the day, before that sunshine starts to take over later in the afternoon. Today's forecasted high, it's going to be toasty out there, 87 degrees. Plenty of sunshine to go around for us, with winds out northwest at about 5 to 10. Tonight, falling to nearly 60 degrees, so a mild night ahead. Maybe crack open the windows and let in some fresh air, as our 7-day forecast does show a dry stretch of weather lasting through Thursday and Friday. But that's where we could pick up on a stray raindrop or two as our temperatures fall below the normal come Wednesday, with only a high of 70 degrees. Overnight lows falling back into the low 50s by the week's end. And then we gradually start to warm things up briefly for the weekend, but that does come with the chance for a few isolated rain showers. And this is your reminder now, Father's Day this upcoming Sunday. I still need to go find a card and maybe a small gift as well.
I know. I was looking today. Do they do Lowe's electronic gift cards? And they do.
They do. Good.
So I can email it. Yes.
Just a code.
We're not big on like the cards anymore. My mom's always like, it's a waste of money.
My mom does the same.
That's fine. Easier for me. Okay, We'll be right back with more news.